Usually you pay for PPV, but this is free and this is real TV. Grab your cup, pour that drink, roll that blunt, and tell us what you think. Commas come pouring in, women be exposing, man. Fellas start to open up, shorties feeling down the fuck. It's a safe place, spill that tea. That cup is hot, don't let it fall on me. And the stage, you keep it funky, might speak for she think. Vibe from the BX, don't even try stink. Either keep it humble, she consider your feels. And Tati got 3 kids, you better pay them bills. Time is money, make sure your clock is right. Sliding in DMs, you make sure your stock is tight. Ladies, they gonna tell you if you ain't rocking right. I'm telling you, dude, don't end up on top of tonight. It ain't all jokes, get serious too. If I can help what happened to me, not happen to you, it makes it worth it. Let's get drunk on purpose. Start telling stories we would never tell in person. It's real TV.
Hello.
Hey. Hey.
Happy
Hey. Hi, ladies.
How we doing?
Good. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday. Happy Easter weekend. Hope
Easter
y'all had a good
weekend.
time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot.
I mean, the first time it
until
ever being
came.
in March.
Is it the first time in March? I don't think it's the first
Yeah.
time.
I believe so.
For it to what? Be in the last day?
For Easter? To be in March? Am I bugging? I thought we've never had Easter in March. And I'm like, this definitely needed to be like a 3-day weekend. Like I needed to be off today after Easter.
I feel like we've had an Easter in March before.
We're gonna have to Google it.
I'm Googling it right now.
I'm surprised if she is.
But everybody joining in, I hope you had a great holiday. It's a new month, new goals, new focus in all aspects of life.
New opportunities.
Definitely write your affirmations down, write your goals, things you want to hit for a new month. Especially now we're getting into some nice weather. Thank you for joining in. Definitely share the live, hit subscribe. We're on now every Mondays at 8:39ish, in between. There was no tech issues today, thankfully. So
For the most part, right?
I was trying to get into the studio. Unfortunately, I could not. I apologize to everyone. But we'll be back in the studio. Well, I will be next Monday. We do have some guests coming on. I want to say thank you to everybody that shared the raffle posts that we had for a free hoodie. All the tags that you guys did, the following. We just didn't have enough stories though for today's topic of, oh, you stayed? Interesting.
Why just stay?
Why did you stay after so long? But yeah, welcome to the TV family. My name's Anastasia.
My name is Eva the Diva.
And as always, Logically Validly Mac, how are you?
Good. Definitely a little tired. I know after a work day.
Monday was Monday today.
Yeah. Today was today, for sure.
Definitely was.
Okay, 2016 was March 27th. 2019 was March 24th.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
2027, it'll be March 28th.
Damn, so it's probably going to be just completely knocked out of April soon.
No, next one, 2025 will be April 20th, April 5th. It happens, it looks like once every 3 or 4 years.
Do you think it's because this year was also 29 days in February?
Possible.
Maybe it happens on leap years.
That makes sense when you're like once every 3 years.
Right. It's like, wait a minute. Now let's find out why.
Right?
Why is the why? Because, yeah.
Did you guys do anything for Easter?
I was flying back in. I went to go see Ghostbusters.
How was it?
I enjoy it because I like the Ghostbusters. Is it the best one? No, but it was good. It was good. Good evening, ladies. Happy Monday TV Day.
Hey, Hugo.
Hey, Hugo.
Hi, Hugo.
He says, I do remember one year about 15 years ago where Ash Wednesday was on a Valentine's Day and Easter on April Fool's Day. Huh.
Wow.
What?
Yeah.
That's interesting. Wow. Ash Wednesday on Valentine's Day.
I don't
It's the
that's a
pause
conflict
for
of
me.
interest there.
It's the pause for me.
There's a lot. I mean, totally against what Ash Wednesday would be.
So,
okay, here we go. Easter falls on the first Sunday after the full moon that occurs after the spring equinox. So anytime is a full moon, it's the first Sunday of a full moon.
I never knew that.
Look at that. We're learning something new. Our viewers are learning something new. That's why you always got to tune in.
Google education,
Hey.
Hey girls, what's up? How have you all been?
Good.
Good.
How are you? I don't know if you know, David, but today's topic is the reason, all the things that happened and you still stayed in the relationship that you should have left early on.
Yes.
And why
hindsight is great.
So we're going to be sharing our events that occurred that we never really spoke about and we still stayed, and sharing other people's, and some guests are going to share theirs if you want to share yours. So
yeah,
it's going to be interesting. Some stories really were like shocking though,
yeah,
but I think it's going to help other people that listen to us and not feel like they were just
not
them.
just you. Right. Don't feel bad. It's not just you. We all go through it. And I think that, seeing some things I saw online and made me think about, like, this is an interesting topic, and it's not always the most comfortable things, but
right.
Yeah.
Yes, but I'm excited for it. Also exciting for episodes coming up. So before we get into this topic, to give everyone that's listening, and if you're listening to this afterwards, a heads up on next week. If you like to participate, we'll be doing the blind dating. Oh, Eva, I didn't get to speak to you in the studio first. So an in-person one.
Okay.
With the person blindfolded.
Blind speed dating.
Blind speed dating. Yes.
Okay.
So, getting people together to participate. So we're gonna do the send it my way, too much to type. It's way too much to type. Oh, I mean, hey, send me your email. You can come on. We have other people coming on, so
yep,
you could say it verbally. Yeah. So next week we'll have the Bachelorette, like we discussed, but the first time will be in person. So a girl coming in, blindfold her. I'll have guys in the studio answering questions, and plot twist. One of them will be in a relationship and have to figure out which one it is based upon their answers.
Now, would the same guys that participated in the blind date be able to participate in the one, or the one in
for
studio
them to find someone?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. So
this is interesting now.
Oh yeah,
right? It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Make it spicy.
Okay.
If you haven't grabbed a drink to get ready for us to spill the tea, and
it's Monday.
Yeah. It's Monday. Yeah. So go grab a drink, some wine, whatever you're drinking. It's about to get interesting. So, who would like to go first? Do we want to rock, paper, scissors?
I think the biggest thing that I want to say before any one of us start is, y'all, people really be going through things with couples or relationships that I guess are not really talked about at times sometimes. And it makes us feel like it's just me. Like, how would I ever bring this up amongst my friends because I'm the only one that probably goes through this? It's not. A lot of the times it's very common because those same traits are in pretty much everybody.
That part.
So, yeah, I mean, that does not mean I said I would go first. Whoever wants to go
first. You know what's so funny
we
is
could
that
do like a round table of taking turns.
Yeah, we could do 1-1-1.
Okay.
So, I guess I'll go first. All right. So one thing that happened that I still stayed afterwards is, I wouldn't say it was beginning of the relationship. It was probably like a year or two in, probably a year. Where my partner at the time was out of work and I was working, and he currently didn't have a phone at the moment. So he was, hustling and trying to get his funds up, because some things happen. So at the time, I worked a completely different job. I worked in a daycare. I was a head teacher for a 2-year-old program. So I had a phone there because it was in a house setting.
Mm-hmm.
So what I did was, I'm like, hey, I'll just leave my phone home, right? So you can have a phone in case anything was to happen or you need to reach me, and I'll just use a work phone. Nothing I have to hide, right? So you could just use my phone. Um, So
Okay.
it wasn't for like a long period, and I'm about to tell you why. So one day I come home, he tells me about like one of my friends that were calling me, which is a male. But he knew about this male friend
Okay.
and spoke to him and said, oh, like, she'll hit you later, whatever, whatever. So I went to contact this friend back, and I see like some number that I didn't recognize. And one of the numbers, the
Mm-hmm.
call was for 2 hours plus.
Hmm.
So
So completely different number. You didn't know this. You've never seen this number in your life.
never seen this number in my life. Definitely not a
Huh.
contact in my phone. And it happened during my work hours. Um, so then I'm like, all right, well, now I'm going to call this number because it's
It's in my phone.
it's in my phone. Exactly. And I didn't speak to you for 2 hours. You must be important. Called them back. A girl answered who lived in PA. And I said, how did you get my number? She's like, what do you mean? I met so-and-so on this dating app and we talked all morning.
Oh.
I said, so-and-so, like today you just met or what? Yep, on the dating app, spoke. And then she said, oh, he says that he lives with his cousin, that he don't have a girlfriend. Oh, so not only does he not live with me, but he does not use my phone, right? Because this is my phone. He don't have a phone or a job. So don't answer this number ever again. And I literally lost it. I'm not even gonna lie. I lost it. Because to me it was the audacity. Like, I'm letting you use my phone. So I'm not with my phone. So you could be good and you're calling other bitches on my phone.
Hmm.
Yeah, so the aftermath of that was not pretty. I didn't have a good moment. Glass shattered. I literally went batshit. And then I still stayed. So yeah,
Yeah.
there's that.
Yeah. Yeah. There's that.
That part.
Okay. The audacity. The audacity.
Bro.
It's a lot of audacity of the man. I mean, I can only say that because I've only dated men, but like,
She said I only dated men, But yeah.
yeah. But damn.
And his reason was to kill. Yeah, I'm his
On
cousin.
your phone
Yeah.
and you're his cousin.
Mhm.
Damn.
Yep.
Okay.
His reasoning
His reason.
was, oh, just to kill the time, didn't mean anything. Oh.
The fact that you're on a dating app is a problem, my
Yeah.
guy. How about you go look for work? What do you
Okay,
mean?
like
Like
my
you got
wheels were spinning
time.
right now, and I was like, "How does this come out of me? How about you go on fucking job like listings?"
Yeah. Okay.
And that's the thing.
Uh
He was never sometimes in life things happen to you where it just randomly changes things, because he's never been the type to not be a hard worker. Like he's always been a hard worker.
Dude,
Ever heard
never
of
heard of
Candy
Candy
Crush?
Crush to kill time or solitaire?
No, no. It was
No,
more of
no.
needing the attention all the time, and because I wasn't
Mm,
home. Yeah.
yeah. Okay. I'll go. So with him at this point in time, maybe 8 months to a year. And he disappears. Not disappears. He becomes uncommunicative. This is like I would say like 7 to 9 months, not a year yet. Becomes uncommunicative for like a good 3 or 4 days. Okay. And I happen to end up hanging out with him and with one of his friends, and the friend goes, "Oh, it's good to meet you. So you're so and so's name,"
Mm-hmm.
and it wasn't my name. And I said, "No, that's the bitch he was with this past week." And I looked at him because he was like, "No, I just got caught up. It was busy and da da with work and kids, whatever, right?" And I think I can't remember the name. I think it was like an Anna or something like that. I don't remember.
Of course
But
it was.
and
Of course.
he goes on to say, "No, I swear I wasn't doing anything. It was just an old friend from church, da 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 da." And of course, I still stayed. But yeah, the friend knew
From
this other
church,
girl's
though?
name. Yeah, supposedly that was all bullshit lie. But yeah, it was. "Oh, it's so good to meet you. You're whatever this girl's name. I can't remember. But yeah, it was like, oh no, no, that's not who I am. That's the other girl who he was with all last week that he went
Like
and disappeared."
on
Yeah,
Monday, by the way.
yeah.
The
I
fuck?
Monday.
Wow.
Right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's the light ones. I'll start with the light ones first, I guess.
I did
That
the
should have
same.
been a red
So,
flag, right? That should have been a
I
red
mean, yeah,
flag. Like what?
yeah.
Why am I what kind of thing? Right? Yeah.
definitely. Um,
Why is it that those who seem to always hook up are the most are
they
friends from
all
church?
they all have a friend at church. That's the funny
Yep.
part.
Yep.
Well, I can start pretty light too, I guess. You know what? I don't know about y'all, but I have the luck, I think, the fortune
The luck.
of these women always wanting to come up to me and as a woman, you know,
Oh,
tell me
co-
straight up.
I love that. I'm
Mm.
coming to you as a woman, bitch.
I always have
Respectfully.
these crazy ones where it's always that. But even with this one, and this was like, I guess like my biggest first real relationship, right? And this person was actually a person that was in even after we had already like gotten married and like had my first child, and still called his new number, and
Damn.
was
Yeah.
like talk about like, can I talk to so and so? I'm like,
Wow.
first of all, no. Sean hung up. So I was like, okay, obviously he needs to go come and handle some business, right? And comes up and goes, well, my wife doesn't like you calling me.
Huh.
It was the look on both of y'all faces.
Bro.
And yeah, still stayed.
What did he say?
This one now, mind you, this is not only an ex, but his first had like a like secret contract type of thing for a while in the service or whatnot. Like all of that.
Secret contract?
I don't know what that is.
Me either.
Yeah. But
Okay. I think we have one of our guests in the back
and I
room.
stayed. So there's that.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Who is it? Let's see.
You want to
Yeah.
introduce and then I bring him on?
Oh, you could just bring him on.
Okay.
He was with us
Okay.
before.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hey,
Hey.
hey.
What's going
Hello.
on, ladies? How y'all doing?
Good. How are you?
Good, good.
Good.
I'm
Welcome.
good. I'm good. I'm good. Thanks for having me again.
Of course. You want to introduce yourself to everyone else that's listening?
Sure, to all the listeners, I am Day Will, and now this is my second appearance on the show.
Yes. The first time was actually a really good episode. So
Right,
I
right.
appreciate you responding to this topic. I don't know if you got to hear because I know that you were having some difficulty logging in.
Yeah, I had a
But we're
little bit
doing a
of
roundtable of things that happened and we still stayed. So
right.
in
Um, go
any
ahead. I'm
relationship you
listening.
had, what has happened and you still stayed?
Um, Unfortunately, I think I'd be neglecting for punishment because it happened, what, twice, maybe three times in a
With different
situation.
people?
Different people, of course, but
Whew.
Hmm.
yeah, about that. um, Let me see. All right, so one of them, I happened to, I think I was coming from practice or work or something.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and my ex-girlfriend, or the girl at the time, was like, she painted this picture. She was like, babe, this guy keep writing me and asking me, like to come over and stuff, and I don't know why he keep bothering me and so on and so forth. And I'm like, what do you mean? So, as her man and the protector, and I'm like, all right, so who? She's like, this dude here on the, I think it was one of them AIM or the instant messenger
And
chats or
yeah, that's
whatever.
dope.
Mm.
So I'm like, yeah, okay. So, I go and look and see. So I say, oh, listen, bro. She has a man, and I appreciate if you stop trying to, kick it to her or whatever. You clearly see that she's speaking to someone. So I'm thinking I'm doing my job and it's going right. And he's like, yo, listen, bro, I know she has a man. I know she's not coming to me, but don't be writing me because it's not my girl sending me booty pics.
Oh.
What?
So I had to sit there for a minute, like, hold on, wait, I did he say what I
Mm.
think he said? So in the process of all of that, I'm like, I gotta keep it cool because I don't know where this is getting ready to go. However, now she lays on my chest and cuddles with me or whatever, and like tell him to leave me alone. She paint this whole freaking picture. And I'm like, all right, I'm writing a dude like, yo, bro, stop disrespecting me. Don't play with me, because now it's like we're having a back and forth Twitter war, or well, not Twitter war, but what they say, the Twitter fingers.
Yeah, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We going back and forth, and I realized this is not really solving nothing because I don't know where you are, you don't know where I am, and we're just going back and forth over words. And I was like, you know what? Since you say these things happen, prove it to me and shut me up.
The receipts.
So, in
Damn.
short, I was very quiet when this conversation ended. I asked him to shut me up, and he did just that. Um, he sent one picture, and I looked at it, and I'm like, all right, this is nothing. This is not something that this is actually on her page. It wasn't
Mm.
nothing to the extreme with her shirt. Like up, upper party look. It wasn't revealing anything. So I'm like, here we go with someone trying to be funny. Then I get the view of her butt in her underwear, and I'm like, these are mine. Like this is what you send me. Why does he
Mm.
have it? And then another one comes in, and it's more revealing. And then another one come in, and I'm just sitting here like, you get first of all, you get off me. You get off me right
Oh,
now,
this is
and
happening when she's on top of you,
she's
like
right
chilling.
laying there trying to be cuddled, and I'm like,
Wow.
"Are you serious right now?" I said, then it got
First of all,
more
she
aggressive. Get the
dumb.
fuck off
She
me!
played that raw.
And
For real, like
like, are you
My thing
like? I
was, what was
asked
the
her.
motive behind all that?
yeah,
That's what I was trying to figure out. And then the story she gave me was she didn't do it. She never sent it to him. She don't know him. Her best friend, who don't like us together, sent it to him.
bruh.
So I said to her, I looked at her because I'm already done with dude. Dude, you shut me up. We don't have nothing to talk about no more. There's no need for me to come after you or whatever the case may be because
Right.
now I got to deal with this situation in front of me. And I looked at her. I said, let's say I was that naive, that dumb to believe that story that you just gave me. Why aren't you on the phone with her or texting her or whatever it is that you need to do to be like, yo, shorty, what are you doing? You just sent my stuff to somebody that wasn't supposed to receive it, and now my man is like, she didn't have like
Like,
any
why does
emotion.
she have it?
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Like, how does she have these access if you're supposed to be just for me and it's, you know, it don't add up and it's not making sense. So I said, your story just don't make sense, and you're not gonna convince me that that's like something that's acceptable. And she just
Right.
kept making this story. She was like die hard running with her friend Sydney, and but there's no emotion. So I leave. I stormed out. I listened to the I'm sorries, and it won't happen again, and this, that, and
Mm-hmm.
the third. And
How long did it take for you to go back and stay?
I left. It was like 2 weeks. I was like, I can't. I had to. I'm a Capricorn, so a lot of stuff takes time for me to just go right back to it. You hurt me or you piss me off. It's going to take a
Two
minute.
weeks is not a bad
I'm
time
about to
frame, I
say two
think.
weeks is a little time.
That's not
But
that's not a whole
it's
lot of time.
for me. It was that because of the time I put in with her. But
Okay.
this was something that was still brewing, and I still wasn't really like forgiving or even wanting to talk to her. It was more of just being there. Then the ending, well, that was one of the endings, but then the ending to that situation, she ended up ultimately claiming that one of my friends is like her real friend. And I'm like, I don't like that. I don't see how that makes sense. Y'all talk too much on the phone and then y'all talk behind my back. I don't see how that makes sense. So the finishing piece to that was
Mm.
she ended up having a kid by him who was supposed to be my friend. And it took me a minute to try to wrap my head around all of that whole
Wait, we gotta dial
process.
back. We gotta dial back. Cause wait, hold on.
Ooh-wee.
It got worse. It
Wait, wait,
got
wait, wait,
worse.
wait, wait.
It
Cause
got worse.
we need to know. We need to know the tea on how you found out she was pregnant.
So how I found that out is more or less the dummy leaves the phone open, and the kid himself ran his mouth to someone that was in my circle that he didn't know about.
Huh.
So now I get the phone calls yo, D, you need to know something. And I'm like, what do you mean? And it's the same person like every day keep telling me, D, you need to know something. You need to know something. I'm like, bro, what are you talking about? Bro, just know that the people that you think is your people is not your people. So now I'm still sitting here like, stop playing Riddler and just
Oh
say
Damn.
it.
damn, your girl went behind your back with a friend who also went behind your back. It's freaking cold.
Yo,
Yep.
OD.
This is
Well,
true. So it's like I'm like furious now because the first thing was the pictures. Now you went and had a whole freaking kid behind me. And
Now, now, did you at any point was she saying this was yours?
no, because she kept denying the pregnancy in general. Like she's not pregnant. I'm
Mm.
not pregnant. I'm not
But
pregnant.
wait,
And I'm
so
like,
how did you approach her after?
I literally just said, "Yo, what is this?" Because they had a conversation. Her and the dude was like, "Yo,
were you still living together?
we were."
We
Then
missing
she,
details. We
Right,
so
gotta.
because
we was,
I'm.
all right. So we was living together. We lived in the harbor, for a while. Then she moved to Park Hill, and I ended up staying in the apartment.
Mm-hmm.
Um, how I left that apartment and went somewhere else is because when she left, her and her mother did some shit with the paperwork because they wasn't supposed to have two apartments. So one was given to me because I guess whatever it is, HUD and um
Yeah.
the other group of and NYCHA are different.
Yeah,
But for
yeah.
whatever
Get that.
reason, she was like, they're telling me I can't have both. And I'm like, well, they're not connected together. They're literally two separate places. They don't
Right.
follow the same guidelines or whatever. I get out, I get up, and the guy's like, "Oh, you guys gotta leave." And I'm like, "Who? What? What are you talking about?" Like, so I had to move. Like, it's a lot of shit she just twisted up in there. One of it was to have them remove me out of the apartment, so I had to prove that I was, staying there and this all this other stuff. So,
What was the
uh,
time frame of how long you were together at this point?
at this point, we did what? 4 years, 4 or 5 years.
So, question. After that, did you stay?
I sat around and I was
No.
it's a stay. Listen, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest
Huh?
because I sat there And I still was trying to let everything process, and I kept getting in denial because even the dude tried to deny it that claimed he was my friend. Yeah, nah, bro, I wouldn't do that. Like there was a lot of denial, and I seen the conversation though, and I'm like, I'm still at that point. I was being very naive. I seen the
Mhm.
conversation. I seen certain questions that these questions shouldn't be asked. I seen the conversation where certain things that they're saying they shouldn't be saying to each other, and I still was like, I want something more solid, and I'm like,
Did you need to see it in person? Like,
something like
You had to
I'm
be in the
just
room
trying
while
to.
it was happening.
I'm like, and then again, I get another phone call like, bro, I can't call you my bro and not protect you and let you know what's going on. So I'm like, this is a third person. And then I finally had to step off because I'm like, yo, these people just shouldn't even notice. And that's because, again, the dude was running his mouth. I had a conversation with him. I said, listen, you played me and tried to be my friend. Keep it 100 with me. What are y'all doing? You sleeping with my girl or what? Like, I hate to have that conversation because that sounds stupid to me. Like, I gotta
so was
ask
this
the
in
next
person or
dude.
over the phone?
It was over the phone. So the first call I had, he was like, "Nah, I wouldn't do that. That's wild, bro. You bugging. That's not even how I get down." I was like, "Yo, all right, whatever." I called back because it just didn't sit right. And then the tough guy came out of him. Yeah, I am, bro. So what you gonna do about it? And all this other craziness. And I was just sitting there
Oh,
like, you not know who like you playing in my face like that, and I'm not a nice person when you do that. It just so happened that I seen him in person like a week later, I believe, maybe 2 weeks. And at this time, I was going to work, and I didn't take my car or nothing. And we both on the bus. And I saw his soul leave his body because now it's just me and you. There's nowhere to run. He goes and sit next to this small little old lady, and I felt bad because like I want to destroy you, and you're hiding between this lady, and it ran off the bus. And I say, see, I have something that you can't get back. I have your soul with me. I have your pride because you just ran and hid behind some old lady after you played tough guy over the phone and after you was doing
Mm,
these things with my girl at the time.
I
mm,
mean, it wasn't just him.
Right. No, no, no. For her situation, it got worse because then, my sister wants to go and do things. And I'm like, yo, I just want to get away from everybody. Like, I
yeah.
had to get myself together because I knew the path that I probably would have took would have been a lot more violent, and I'd probably be in different seat because of the way that they went about the entire thing.
I
Leave me
mean,
first, cut
once
me
a
off,
baby is
and
involved, that's on
that
another
part,
level.
that
So
part.
what
So,
happened? Do you know what happened after you separated from that?
after I got myself away from both of them and all of that, they didn't really end up working out. The kid, still around.
Yeah. I
I
mean,
actually seen the grandmother in him, and I'm like, oh, look at the kid.
Yeah, so she had a baby.
Yeah, and I'm like,
well,
I
Mm.
catch on to the kid's name. It's the name that they picked out together, and it's like his middle name or some shit. And I'm just like, so you really went through with this? I gotcha.
yeah, yeah.
Is
So
this someone
yeah,
that you were like seeing a future with? Like, this is someone that you wanted a family and things like that with?
I did. Like I felt like this was gonna go somewhere because at the time I was I'm gonna play football, I'm gonna go pro, buy
Mm-hmm.
mom's a house, and live a life
Mm,
without being with nobody, whatever. Injuries took
Mm-hmm.
that little dream and made it a little different, but I still was able to pursue a career in football. So I'm just not in the NFL. So for her to make me think and feel that I may want to be in a relationship long term with a family and so on and so forth, after I already said I don't want to. That's something that if you can change my thought process on that without like trying to change it, and you just being yourself, doing the things that you normally do and be
Mm-hmm.
tentative and so on and so forth, then that might change. So I actually thought I had something going, with her and so on and so forth. Because even when I went to college for a while, I went up to by Syracuse, went to Morrisville State. And that whole drive is like a 7-hour drive.
mm.
So I'm like, she took the drive with me and my mother and
You was young, young.
And yeah, it was a whole thing, and I'm like, this. I thought I was doing something,
Yeah.
and I clearly wasn't. I was like, God damn, like what
So
the.
how was the breakup?
It was brutal because I did a lot of shouting. I did a lot of name calling from the anger, and just shit just sitting didn't sit right at all. So I just like blacked, and then fake tears happened. And I was just like, you really think I care now? Like I cared then when you almost caught me at a very weak moment, but the whole demeanor changed. I became like more cold in
Right.
a sense of like you're gonna feel everything now. And I was
That
more hurt
wrath.
because I I don't want to say I helped like I don't want to say I built her, but I put her in a better future for herself because she wasn't really gonna leave high school. She was probably gonna be a super senior or whatever.
Mm.
I made sure she went to class. I made sure she finished and got her high school diploma. I made sure when she went to college, she did her thing at college. And she has a job and all of that for me because I pushed it. I said, if you're gonna be with me, you're gonna be as smart as me or smarter than me. You can make the same amount of money or more than me. And it's not for me, it's for you. So you don't need me, you want me. And there's a difference.
Did she ever come clean to you day before the baby was crowning?
Nope. You know when I got that type of conversation at all? She popped up at house at one time at my new place I was living at, and she was like, "Oh, I want to have a talk with you." And then it was the whole, "Do you still have this feeling, that feeling?" I'm like, I don't have any anymore. Like
Mm.
I just wanted closure, and then I thought I closed that door. And my dumbass accepted your phone call and your text message to meet me, and I just looked at her like I should send you to the moon. But then I
What
had the
about
feelings
it?
in the back.
But what about it? You could like in you was like, you know what? Yeah, I'll go meet her.
I again, more or less than anything, I think I was just neglecting for punishment. I knew that I didn't really want the answers that I needed. I knew that the
Mm.
only answer that mattered was you went out and had a kid on me. You went
Mm.
out and played me, and then with someone that claimed to be a friend of mine, like, nah, that's my real bro. Like, I would never, and this, that, and the third. And he
That's
would
Mm.
tell
funny.
me that you acting up, and you'll watch her be this, that. And then meanwhile, I needed to watch both of y'all, and not just her. You know what I'm saying? So
That's
the protecting of her, the picking her up when she went to night school, and then the fights damn near happening over there. Like I'm doing all these things and showing you new stuff and supporting you and finding out what's
Doing
your
what you're
favorite
supposed to
thing.
do.
And you pissed on it, all of it.
Mm.
And I
Mm.
was just like, this one's gonna hurt. This
Yeah.
one, definitely gonna hurt because there was a future that I saw that, wasn't there.
And you said it was the
Clearly.
same with the couple women. The couple women have babies, or was
No,
it
he
just
can't go
Nah,
in a
the
just?
row. He can't go in a row. Next, next,
Oh,
next.
next person. That's right. Now I'm
It's on
intrigued.
Tashi's
you, Hannah.
invested.
Yeah, facts. I need to know.
yeah, I mean,
It's on you,
nah.
Hannah.
Okay, back to me. Um. Hmm. Um. I mean, I started with the easier one. Okay. Well, so in this relationship, when we're about to move in, well, he moved in with me
Hmm.
because I was like, we've been talking a year now. What are we doing? I'm not gonna keep on just not being serious. Like, if you're gonna take this serious, then we need to be exclusive. And okay. So before I need to give some context. Before I gave that ultimatum, there was a summer before that where we stopped speaking. So whatever he was doing, I was doing. It is what it is.
Hmm.
Here comes around end of September, moves in together. Um, a month later, I found out that I was pregnant for the first time ever in my life. So of course I was ecstatic. Um, but his reaction wasn't the same,
Hmm.
which threw me off. Um, so long story short with this part, I ended up losing the baby about a month later, around November, beginning of November. Around Thanksgiving, somebody messaged me because I made a post, our Thanksgiving post, now that we're like official. And messaged me like, why are you posting my homegirl's man? They're about to have a baby. I said, what? What are you talking about? Like, we live together. Send me screenshots, whatever. I then approached him because I was like, what is this? Who is this? And to basically find out we're pregnant at the same time, so that's why he didn't have a good reaction. Tells me that it happened in the summer when we weren't talking, that this was just a fling. And she said she was not keeping it, and messaged him, I guess when he moved in, like saying that she actually did keep it, because they stopped talking in between that too. She did keep it, and she was keeping it and gonna go forward with the kid. So
talk about what type of betrayals. That type of betrayal is unforgivable. I can't believe she asked that. I think that's referring to Day's story.
I was about to say, yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't know,
so
man.
because we weren't together, we then talked about it, and I said, well, if you're gonna be, you have to be involved in your kid's life, and then we'll take it from here. And there I go, staying again. So there's that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was a journey with that, because at first he didn't think it was his.
It's never there.
Never theirs. It's never theirs.
Oh, Lord.
So timeline wise, I'm a little bit confused. That summer, so how they were still in a relationship? That means, right?
They
A
were never
fling.
in a relationship,
So why would the person say that that's her friend's man?
because she was saying that, but the girl confirmed they wasn't
It was
in
a
a
hearsay.
relationship. Yeah, until she found out about me and was like, no, he's saying he's gonna be here with us and the baby and blah blah blah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So
Yeah.
Well, damn.
Are you going, Eva?
I mean, I may need a couple more seconds. If you want to go, Val, by all means. I'm trying to pick and choose.
facts is that. It's like, all right, which one?
I'm like going through my Rolodex right now. Like,
So this one's gonna be throwback because it has to do with MySpace. You know, MySpace was a thing way before Instagram and Facebook for all the children that's listening, right?
once upon
So
a time.
we were already living together. I was raising his kid. I worked at a dealership at the time, and he's always been a little bit much. And at this point, I felt like something was off. Like it was something telling me something was off, but I didn't know what, right? He didn't want to be friends on MySpace. He's not in my tops.
He wasn't your
I,
top 10?
nope, we was not even friends.
You know that was serious if you didn't make somebody's top.
Right.
Yeah, nah, that was very serious. Very.
Right. And so I made a fake page. With my coworkers' cousins' pictures. Okay. He gave me like 8 or 9 pictures of his cousin, pretty Dominican girl, and shot a message. And let's see what happens, right? And he took the fucking bait. Took the bait and played it off. I had at least, I think it was for like a month and a half at least, of conversation with this fake person and him wanting to do a whole lot with this person,
You said a month.
getting a month and a half talking on MySpace, and there was pictures, there was sex conversations, there was uh yeah, yeah. Oh, and was single. He was single, and he stayed with a cousin.
Oh,
Um,
Yo, the
okay.
cousin.
yeah,
It's always the
yeah,
cousin.
yep. Um,
Not the cousin.
and yeah, yeah. While I was holding down a house, his
And his kid.
children. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um,
Wait, wait,
and
wait.
I
Hold on.
am
So
okay.
because you said there was pictures, was he asking for pictures and you was asking to get more pictures from the
Yes.
cousin?
Was it sexting through those pictures?
No, it was all through. Yeah, all on MySpace. No text.
No, but I'm saying I
Um.
think like the pictures where they did they start
Oh
to
yeah.
so you had to ask.
So I had only like 3 or 4 initially on the page,
Okay.
and then I had to start like adding more to make it seem real. So I would ask my coworker. I was like, "Yo, tell your cousin to send me a selfie or send me something. I need a picture on the beach. I need something." Like I was like, I had to get more pictures.
Man.
And the whole time he was talking to me though, and it was crazy the things that he was saying, and it was like, wow. And then my animosity was growing, and I was
Mm.
angry all the time
I mean, the
at
fact that
home,
you
so
kept
it
it up
made it
for a
worse.
For a month and a
month and
half,
a
that's
half.
pretty strong.
Facts.
Yeah,
Cause
because I wanted to see if he would meet this person,
girl,
Ah.
I wouldn't have lasted
and
a day.
he finally.
I'd be
So he was
breaking.
making arrangements to meet her. He was making arrangements to meet her and talking about shit he wanted to do.
So wait, sexually, was it totally opposite from what you guys had, or was it kind of like the same?
It was nastier.
Mm.
Stuff that I wouldn't do, and then also like just regular stuff, nothing crazy.
Mm.
But um, yeah. And then I finally ended up in an argument saying that, and I showed him, and I'm like, "So who's this? What's going on here? You gonna go meet her? Yeah,
Oh snap!
you wanna go meet her?" And then I ended up telling him that it was me, and he's like, "I knew it was fake. I knew it was fake.
Yeah, okay.
I knew, and you
Cat.
see how you trying to catch me, and I already knew it was something. It was all." I was like,
But he went for
"Yeah,
on a
Nah.
month and a half.
right." And it was not just that girl. There was other girls
Mm.
as well that he was talking to on MySpace, and that's why he didn't want us to be friends on there.
Mm.
And so social media became a non-thing with us at all. And I still stayed
Mm.
years, knowing that this was going to be an issue. Yeah, yeah.
What made you stay, if you don't mind me asking?
I was in love with him. I was in love with having family. I was in love with, yeah. And at the time, to me, cheating wasn't the worst thing.
Got it.
Yeah.
I can relate to that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cheating, um, yeah, I accepted things that when I was much younger that I wouldn't accept in if it was now. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. I think that the same. I'll keep it
This is
around
building a
the
whole
same.
case. Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
kind of gonna keep it around the same because I guess it happened to me too. Actually twice. So once it happened with a guy that I had already been dating, but we broke up and then we kind of got back together, whatnot, after some time too, like a year or so. And we kind of rekindled and started talking back again. And I want to say it was around like the Christmas time that I had gone over to his house or like his side of the family's house and nobody said anything. Everybody was very welcoming and very loving. And to me, I'm like, cool, like Nice. I'm welcome. And when I get back, I don't know how this girl again comes to me as a woman, right? And she tells me that she's pregnant and that she's pregnant with twins.
Hmm.
And I'm like,
Hmm.
huh? Like, what do you mean? At this
Hmm.
point, mind you, from that visit that I did to this moment, maybe about 2 months. And then prior to that, like before I got there was conversations about us getting more serious, right? So when I was there, he actually gave me a promise ring.
Hmm.
And then this girl came about talk about being pregnant. She sent me ultrasound, sent me like everything, and I was just like, I mean, I didn't entertain it after that just because. And then it turns out it was a lie. She was just being bitter. Like she
It
photoshopped
wasn't
the.
even his.
No, she photoshopped the ultrasounds. She did all the extras.
Oh
It
wow.
wasn't even real.
Bruh.
That happened. And I mean, afterwards, I guess we kind of talked a little bit more because knowing that it was not real, but it definitely just, it wasn't meant to be in a sense. So it was just a lot of back and forth, just more.
Wait, was there actually cheating, or was the baby a lie?
Well, no,
What
she
was
was
it?
definitely part of the cheating. That's what made it
Oh,
so
okay.
real.
Okay. Okay.
Mm.
But then it turns out that she wasn't pregnant and that was her lie.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but it happened again afterwards. So I guess that pattern in a sense. But I learned my lesson now.
Mm.
Now.
Yeah.
Took a couple times, you know.
A couple times. It's okay.
Right.
It was a faking the sonogram for me.
I'm talking about
That was
name, the
extreme.
date, like everything. Photoshop. Like, yeah.
Well, she must have paid a designer to do that, unless she knew some things around the computer.
Unless she
'Cause
knew somebody from the clinic too. Like, it could have been an actual footage, just of the names would be different. But
Yeah.
right, that's extreme though. Yeah, damn.
I mean, had the whole family fooled. Like the mom was like, yeah, like, it's just weird how she doesn't want me to go to the ultrasounds with her, but she's showed us proof and this and this and that, so we're gonna go start like shopping and this and that. I'm
Wow.
like
Wow.
she fooled the family.
If they bought stuff and reserve stuff,
Well, you're not
that's
supposed to buy
extreme.
anything so early in. It's bad luck. But yeah.
It's just a thought, like, damn, did they really go out and
Right.
yeah, man.
Yeah,
That's
That,
vindictive though. You know
that's
you lying.
yeah.
the extreme
That's
of crazy you gotta be to pull that shit off too, though.
that's some sick shit.
I mean, boo, you didn't even gotta lie to kick it. You could have kept it from the beginning.
Mm-mm-mm.
But yeah,
Yeah.
And it gets juicier. Wow.
Okay.
Oh, it's back
Your
to me.
turn.
All right, so this one, I don't know, it's childish in my thought process, but anyway, because she could have just told truth. So I'm gonna get straight to it. There was a girl in particular that was dating, messing around with, or whatever the case may be. But we all say we was dating. Um, we would talk and hang out and all these things and start planning stuff. But one particular day, um, I'm at practice actually for the semi-pro team I was on. I'm at practice and my phone goes off, and then you know how you get a little notification and
Mm-hmm.
whatever the case may be. My
Yeah.
phone was down. I'm not hiding nothing. I don't really care, but nothing extreme is happening. Um, my cousin happened to be standing next to me because we were on a water break. So you know, you pick up your stuff and check your phone or whatever the case may be. He sees the name and he was like, "Yo, fam, like who's this? Is it this person? Does it look like this, et cetera, et cetera?" So I'm like, "Yeah, why? Like, what's the problem?" "Oh, nah, I mean, oh, so that's why he was at the last game and this, that, and third. So I'm like, bro, what are you talking about? Like, get to the point. He's like,
Spill it out.
well, I thought she came for me, but clearly she came for you. And I'm like,
What?
again, what are you talking about? So he's like, nah, she be, I be, we be fucking. And I'm like, wait, y'all be doing y'all? He's like, yeah. He said, look, like, watch this. Show me the code word that they use that indicates that they're gonna have a good night
Through text message?
through text message. So I'm looking at the text message because I'm like, let me see what this guy talking about. He sent the code word. And the funny thing was, I got a text first before she responded to that code word. And she was like, oh, am I seeing you tonight? So
Oh,
I'm like, nah, I gotta take my aunt to the airport and stuff. So right after practice, I'm gonna be tired. I don't think I'm gonna have time to do all of that plus shower and all this other stuff. Oh, okay. Replying to to my cousin's his message, and she was like, yeah. Oh, okay. Had to get back to practice, so I'm still processing this. Why this man is like right here, we're running. Break happens again. I send a message, oh, you know what? I'm gonna see you tonight because my aunt canceled. She don't want to go to the airport. We good. Send a message straight to him. Cancels on him like, oh, I can't see you because I gotta take my aunt to the airport.
what? What?
I,
That's wild.
I'm looking at the message and I'm like, did she just copy and paste what I just said? So I'm like, this doesn't make sense. I'm like, this is wild. So,
Technically, it's not even his fault because he didn't know that y'all were.
and this is why I didn't really go after him as opposed to more her because of that. He's just asking me, bro, this is like, this is this person because, you know, we're basically banging the same person. And I'm like, yeah, I don't like that because this is my cousin now. So I'm
So
trying to figure it out and see where did I and this and that and whatever happened. And I'm like, this is the person I'm supposed to be dating. The next
Maybe she didn't
day,
think y'all were dating.
what was that?
Maybe she didn't think y'all were dating.
And you know something that just might be the case. So now I get a text message in the morning though, like, "Oh, good morning, babe," and I get
nah,
a
she knows.
revealing, I get a revealing picture. So he gets the same text message, and he's like, "Yo, bro, did you get that message this morning?"
Does she know
Stop.
that y'all
I
cousins?
was gonna ask the same
She
question.
doesn't know at this moment, at this
That
back and forth,
oh
because I'm
wow.
standing next to him, but she doesn't know that.
Yeah.
And that you guys played
I feel
together also. She
right,
didn't know
and
that.
I feel like she know because clearly she was at the game, so you had to see both of us. We're both honestly like we're pretty much the starters and the stars of the team. And I know you have to know that we're here. You came to a game, so the whole week, because this was going on for a little minute, but the whole week, this particular week, we're going back and forth, and I'm asking like, "Yo, you sure you don't got nothing to tell me?"
So you let it
Yo,
rock the whole
right,
time.
because I'm asking these questions because now I know, kind of how you women are. Once y'all got your answers, y'all know,
Yeah.
but
If
you
I'm
want to
asking, I
see,
already know.
Hmm.
right? You already know, so you want to see how stupid we are to keep trying to tell you, no, that's not, we don't.
Mhm.
So I'm sitting here and I'm like, you should know, you're a woman now. Your intuition should be kicking in. And it's like he knows something. So I'm asking another question, another question. Hey, you sent what I asked her, I was like, you sure you didn't send this to nobody else? You sure you're not talking to nobody else? You sure this, that, and the third? Just everything that I do know, I'm just asking, letting you know basically that I do know. The whole week goes by. Friday, I said, you know what? I gotta create a flyer for the game. That flyer been done. I just put it up on my computer screen, BSing it. So I'm having a conversation at the table. You sure you don't want to tell me nothing? how's your week been? You haven't been nowhere. What did you do? Last weekend and so on and so because you didn't do me. You was missing for one of the days. So what's going on? She's not answering. Oh no, I didn't really do nothing. I'm fine. I'm like, you sure? Okay. Meanwhile, computer screen's up, laptop's on the table. She's right here. I'm on it, and I'm actually texting him like, "Yo, bro, I left the door open on purpose. She's here. I just
Oh
need you to come in here, and I need to
no.
see what's going on right now." So when you call him by a certain name, I know him because then you call him by another name, it's the
Right.
the wrong pronunciation and spelling, so you wouldn't, you know. So I'm like, all right, we somebody gonna be lying. So somebody's telling the truth and someone's lying. So he comes in, doors open. He's like, "Yo, what's good, fam?" On purpose. Yo, you did the flyer yet? So she looks, oh hey, so and so, and I'm like,
Oh, hey.
so you know him because that's a name that everybody know. When you know him, you call him that name.
Right.
So you
Yeah.
know him. She's like, "What do you mean?" I said, "No, no, 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 don't." This I asked you the same questions a whole week. You know the photo that I got that you sent him. With the black bra and the this that. He has that, don't he? No, He's as I said, listen, this is the flyer. Thank you for stopping by. He was like, but yo, but didn't you tell me you the other night you had to um what was it? Oh, take your aunt to the airport.
Oh,
You also had to take your aunt to the airport, huh? Hmm. Right. Okay. So then he leaves and whatever the case may be. As soon as that door closed, the waterworks come. It's not
So you
that.
stayed.
She played victim. So here's the thing. After she played victim, threw her out the house, get out, leave me alone, talk to you. Time goes by. She got her friends calling me, her cousins calling me,
that's
people I ain't never even know. So then I stayed around and still tried to talk to her and see if she would say anything. And I'm like, yo,
but what were you
why
look
am I
what were you
sitting
looking
here?
for?
And at this point, I wasn't even looking for anything. I'm just sitting here like, we had fun and you ruined fun. And I couldn't pinpoint exactly why I sat down. And I was like, I thought you were different. You
Mhm.
spoke differently, you moved differently. So I seen something that I'm not used to, and I guess in seeing
Mm.
of the opposite sex, right? So I've seen qualifications that I'm like, I can build with this, I can do something with this. But it was like a completely different person. And I'm like, but I said, I probably would be less into it or caring if that person was another dude in the street, right? Because most of the times, male
Right.
and female, if it's just somebody I don't even know, whatever you told that person, I can't fault that person because you told that person something.
Mm.
But you sitting in my own backyard and it's my cousin. Like, you can't run from that. And I really didn't understand why I kept communicating, why I wanted to see her, whatever the case may be, other than I seen that there was something different at the time in this person's behavior. The conversations was a little bit more mature and so on and so forth.
Hold on.
So
Calling the
Is
guy.
this normal? Women get all their friends, cousins, real or alleged, sisters calling the guy as a character witness to take her back. Is that normal? No.
Not with my friend.
Yeah.
So it's
I would hope not. I mean, sometimes you might have, which I think we both have, is the call, I was with you, right, that night, but I pray it's not normal.
I've
Because
never my for me anyway, I don't need nobody involved in my
That
yeah,
situationships,
part.
relationships.
yeah.
Mind your motherfucking business. I don't need you to speak for me. I'm a grown ass motherfucking woman.
Mhm.
Um, because at the end of the day, here's one of the things that if I'm venting about him, understand that I'm mad now and I might go back, which is what happens quite a bit, right? So
Right.
mind your business and you'll respect him just like nothing happened. Bitch, you don't know nothing. All right. That's it.
And I
So
think
no.
sometimes that happens, like a lot of times, like you just said, and then they create their own reservations about this person that you with, and then
Right.
now it's these little innuendos of this, that, and the third for their reason for attacking the character. Or, well, he's coming. I don't really want him to come. And it's the same thing with with men for those who are in that, like, yo, I can't stand this. I'm gonna do this and that, and then they be like, yeah, bro, we know. And tomorrow you're gonna be with her again, right? Like you,
Mm-hmm.
like sometimes we just have to shut up and let you just get it off your chest and leave it there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But some don't follow that. Like I'm getting it off my chest and stays in because whatever I'm dealing with, I'm not done with it. I'm dealing with it. I'm hurt. I'm pissed off, but I'm
Also,
not done
ladies,
with it.
have you been on the flip side? That is where you've done something to make him stay? Or you mean have we done something and he still
And
stayed?
it's still, yeah.
Damn.
That's a good question. I gotta
This is
think.
true.
No, because I've never been the one to
Right.
step out.
I mean, I think it's
Yeah.
rare to catch the real ones, and you can stand by something and stick to it. The filtering is the issue we go through. Oftentimes you start reaching a certain point in life where it's like, do I still want to play outside or do I want to try to build something and stop playing outside, right? So,
Oh,
Yeah,
damn right. I forgot. Y'all report to Charlie because you're all angels.
yeah, that's funny. That was a good one
I
though.
mean, it's real shit though. Like
Good.
we're not the type to do that. So it's more of like I feel like once you get inside a relationship, you just let it be known. I think it's pointless to entertain a whole other person while you're with the person. Like,
That part.
um,
Yeah. I've
And that's also
never
part of the uncomfortable
cheated.
conversations.
Yeah. Yeah. People
You
don't
know what
like
I'm
doing
saying?
them.
You don't want to have an uncomfortable conversation because it makes you uncomfortable, but then you don't realize have
yeah,
have all the uncomfortable conversations that you can have because it'll make it easier for you to communicate with those things that aren't as complicated or uncomfortable. You'll build better. But people, they're more on the get back level than to be mature and say, listen, this is where I went wrong and I accept here's where you went wrong and I would like for you to have the same
yeah,
accountability and we can see how we can figure this out and do it
Yeah.
that way. The old thing is, right, they have it to where women are more discreet when they do certain things as opposed to the guys, their pattern change because they're just freak creatures of habit. It's just, oh yeah,
Kidding
we're gonna
just
keep just
figured
doing
since you'd
this.
been on one side of the situation, if you'd been on the other. No judgment, no just curiosity.
oh,
I
good.
on No, it's a good there isn't any judgment, never feel that way, but I think it's a good
Oh,
question. I don't think I've
wait,
ever been
hold
in that
on.
situation though.
Actually, uh,
I don't know.
She
I'm trying
said,
to think of it too.
so
actually,
there was one, but I was younger, so I feel like it doesn't even count. Like I was high school, 16,
Nah,
17.
don't
no, it
try to
counts.
push it
It
under the
Okay,
counts.
so
rug.
16,
All right, go
17.
ahead.
I was dating a female at the time, but during that time I was also like running the streets and getting high. So a lot of it wasn't how do you say? The things I was doing wasn't registering. Um and I wasn't like in a position to be committed, even though you're like, oh yeah, we're together, but not
At
really mean it.
16?
Yeah. Yeah. So that'd be really the only time. But I didn't like beg her to stay. I was like, I did go once. This is when I had a scooter, and this is hilarious. I don't even talk about this. So, so
Scooter
when she was
stories.
like over it, because she was younger than me, but she would come to like my meetings because I was in a program, all this stuff. So when she found out, she was really upset, and she didn't live far from me. But I also was like in a strict household,
Mm-hmm.
so I was like, damn, she's really mad. Like I can't have her mad. Took my scooter out, scoot myself all the way there, like mad fast. Tried to talk to her, and she wasn't with it. And then it was like, all right, well, there's nothing I can do after this. It is what it is. Took myself back home before my parents could realize. And then it ended there, but then we ended up dating later in life, actually. So, but she still held on to that I was a cheater thing. but I'm like 16-year-old me and 30-something-year-old me are two different people. And I wasn't clear-headed back then. Like, I'm literally been sober for so long, an adult, and
Yeah.
you can't hold me to whatever happened there, especially if I already apologized. You made the initiative to pursue me again after not speaking for so long. So
Mm.
The question:
that's really the only time.
when you guys, I guess, redated, was that maybe like a trust issue
For her?
that like kind of stayed with you guys the second time around?
Oh yeah, 100%. She's. Let me word this properly.
Cold-blooded.
It was. I didn't think it was an issue at first. So, yeah, exactly.
Definitely a different person at
Of course.
16 and years later. Appreciate your honesty, Anna.
Yeah, you know what? We got to keep it real here, and obviously I gotta spill the tea of things I forget and then I remember. I think initially I was surprised that she reached out to me on Facebook. And then I thought it was like maybe she just needs the closure, right? Because some people hold on to trauma and hurt and are not able to like move on. And I was like, damn, am I really a piece of shit that I actually made someone feel like this? So I, apologized, and I was like, that wasn't my intention. I was so young, right? And when you're under the influence, you make a lot of decisions that you're not thinking of at all.
Male or female, we all go through the same shit. We sure do.
And so she was like, oh, I forgive you, but I still care for you all this time, blah, blah, blah. So I was
And
like,
that's why you're rekindled stuff?
So in my mind, I'm like, well, obviously, after all this time, when I say it was mad time, bro, it was from I was 17 till this happened, like not too long ago. I'm gonna say that. I can't give exact time frame.
Okay. So
So
more than 10 years later.
more than 10 years later, reached out,
Okay.
cried, like if it just happened. So I'm like, okay, maybe you're like for real, like maybe there's something here. Because that saying like right person, wrong timing. I'm like, maybe this was that.
Right.
Who knows? Because I did care for her. It's not like I didn't.
Accountability goes a long way. Yeah.
True. And so at first I can tell that she had some like trust issues. So I tried to like, hey, I get it, right? Like you haven't seen me in a long time. This was the last impression of me. But this is what I've been through since then, right? Talking about my other relationships and how I got dogged out OD. And I'm like, why would I want to make someone feel that type of way? I'm like, I don't.
Right.
It's not my character. And so, you do things to try to help a person feel comfortable. Is that the word? Or reassured? There you go. Thank you. If you ask me a question, oh no, it's this, right? But then it went to, I don't like your social media posts. Why do you look naked? None of my posts are naked, and it's just a post. So then and I was like, okay, here we go. Then why is your phone always on silent?
Oh God.
Then the coming, like, because at this point I moved. I wasn't in Staten Island anymore. So would come and see me, and I appreciate, making the effort. Yeah, we'll spend time. And I worked a different job at that point. So she would stay, take me to work. But then I started to second guess the motive behind it, right? Because work was literally 10 minutes from my house. Complain about like my friends that I picked them more over her.
Oh, controlling. Those are all signs of crazy, batshit
And
crazy.
I still continue. Oh, I guess I can use this as my, and I still stayed.
Red flags.
Red flags, yes. And then it was more of like that of like, oh, you listen to your friends more than me, which wasn't the case. Yes.
OD insecurity.
But then I felt like I was obligated to prove myself.
Prove yourself. Yeah.
Yeah. But meanwhile, like I could honestly say to this day, during that time, I really took her serious. I literally did not entertain anybody else. I was true to what I was saying. And even my best friends would even say that, like, bro, she's bugging out. Like, you literally are not. And I'm like, no, because I'm taking it serious. And she thinks I'm not.
Well, maybe not
And
so much that she's not taking it serious, more of she has that in the back of her head the revenge tour that she might be on, or something is like, okay, well now
yeah,
you could feel this way. So she's more of trying to possibly calculate your movement to
yeah, like,
put
oh,
when
well,
she
yeah.
feels like she can go and make her return to, well, since I was hurt, and even though you
Oh, so
apologize,
you think
I
it's a
want you hurt.
revenge?
I think at first I
It's
started to question that, but then it got a little more crazy. So I guess I'm gonna have to talk about it. It got a little more crazy when I'm like, I don't think it's just that. I think that she literally has taken it to another level when it comes to me. Um, so of course, like we would fool around. Just an example, right? Stayed over one night. She ended up giving me a hickey on my neck. Luckily, like at work, at my other job, I would have to wear stuff that covered my neck, so I didn't. It was whatever. I get up. She has an attitude. I'm like, why the fuck? She got an attitude. Here we go, another day. I'm letting her rock. I'm getting ready. I'm like, all right, I'm about to go to work. She's like, oh, I'm not gonna take you. I'm like, I didn't say you're not gonna take me. Like, I have to go now, so you can drive me. I get in the car, right? Because I'm telling myself, just be the bigger person, stay calm. So I ask her, like, are you okay? Like, what's up? Like, you wake up, automatic attitude, right?
How do I remember that?
Yeah. I don't understand how you could have the audacity to have me around you and you have a hickey on your neck. This is what I did exactly. I looked around, right? I said, you talking to me? Uh, because you did this. So you joking, right?
I,
You're joking.
wait a
I'm
minute.
I'm so
Wait a
confused.
minute. Okay, you had me
And
and you lost me because wait, what?
mhm, mhm. And I'm like, you gotta be joking because you about to make me snap in 2 seconds. Like I think
You
I've been really patient with you. This is what I'm telling you. I've been really patient with
you
you.
you
Anything
put
you
this
question,
here
I
and
show you. I give you clarification. I reassure you. Like I don't understand at this point. Oh, I don't even remember that. What? Okay, because she also takes like medication for things, right? So blamed it on that.
the plot
And then I
thickens.
said, "You think I would be that dumb to just
He
walk
said
around?
the plot thickens.
You think I'd be that dumb to just walk around with a hickey on my neck, be around you like whatever?
Like
No,
nothing.
Hey, just put
no,
it here. No one's gonna see it, right? Oh, hey, babe, look.
no."
You don't remember doing
Yeah.
this, right? Because you didn't do it. It was someone else.
Um, yeah. She also has two kids, right?
Yo.
So there was a couple
Oh,
times that I stayed there. Um, sexually we were compatible, but she just liked a little more intense things. And so there was one time, so I'm still staying through all this, right? I'm just like, you know what? Maybe she's gonna give up, like give it up and finally be like, okay, I believe her now and I don't gotta worry. I was in the middle of moving and I couldn't really like see her like that. And she just like disappeared for like 2 days. No call, no wasn't answering my text.
No call, no show.
Yeah, no call, no show, right? But everyone that
You're
knows
a
me in real life knows
fire.
that I can be real cold. Like I'll
so
care, but
two
I'm not gonna
days no
show you.
communication.
Yeah, I'm not gonna show you I
Yes.
care, right? So you're gonna be more mad because you're gonna think that wow, I really don't give a fuck. But a part of me really doesn't give a fuck. So I'm not chasing her. I'm not being like, where you at, blowing up. Nope. I didn't even call one time after that. Like, oh, you don't want to answer me the first time? You don't want to answer my text?
Bet.
Cool. I'm cool with it. Right? 2 days later, I get a text. Hey, how are you? She worked overnight too. Um, I got out of work. I gotta talk to you about something. Okay. I rather would talk to you in person though. I'm like, I'm in the middle of moving. I don't got time. So you can FaceTime me. What is it? I was with my friend in the car and he's helping me move. And she's like, oh, you're gonna just be upset. And she just was basically like that her baby daddy came by and was trying to get her back, and she said no and told me that he didn't come upstairs, but I know that he did. So, but then it came to me like, okay, you accuse me all the time. It's not me.
Right.
It's because it was you.
Yeah. Yep. That's what it sounds like.
That's crazy.
So I still stayed a little bit, and then until I just couldn't take it anymore. So
Once you genuinely are apologetic, you shouldn't have to go the rest of your life getting beat up for something you so far in the past. Yeah,
yeah,
I agree.
yeah, because I generally was sorry. I apologize. But there's so much
We're
like, bro, you're not.
16 and 17. Like, I
Yeah,
Right.
don't
two
know.
different
Ugh.
people. And I
Right.
generally
You the
cared for
growth
her.
was there. The
Yeah, for
growth
her.
was there and you tried to show the growth.
Yeah.
I
Hmm.
also agree that um our
So all the
teenage
crap she
years,
was
early
putting on you
20
was really on
years,
her. Damn.
we learn these things, right? And
Yeah.
we try to learn from those mistakes. It's only when you take these opportunities and become careless and not
Yeah.
want to learn from
Yeah.
them, do you become the person that we be like, yo, you know what? You're just a cheater. That's just what it is. But
Yeah.
Right.
So
when you sit there and take accountability and say, hey, listen, I was, as they would say, young and dumb, right? And I didn't know no better. I still didn't know who I was. And here I am knowing who I am and what I won't want to do. And I clearly don't want to put you or make you feel like I've made you feel in the past. Let's try to fix this. And I'm giving it a legit attempt. And you still hold something,
yeah, you
then
can
it's
come
no
on.
longer me, it's you.
So you
Joey
can
also
put your email in the comment.
email email our page and I can send you the link.
Yeah. Or he could. Oh yeah, if you don't want to share his email here. Yeah, I mean it's that, and what I learned from like hearing other people's stories, and of course with us too, is that usually it's the people that are really forgiving, and it'd be
Mhm.
like, all right, like we can make it through this, and there could be worse things besides cheating, right? It could be domestic violence, it could be whatever else, right?
Right.
So it's something that we tell ourselves like, all right, you pick and you choose your battles, especially if
Yes.
you've already had time invested. Um, so I want to cover someone will stay anonymous that follow the rules of the post, tagged friends, share the story, and then actually shared their story. Because a lot of people all like tag people in the post, shared the story, but then didn't share their story with us so we can share. Um, so this anonymous person, their story, let me go back up to it, was um I was 8 months pregnant and I was at the bar with my ex husband, my baby daddy, and he called me over to pay for a drink. He ordered, then he flirted with the bartender in my face, asked her out for dinner, ordered a shot for him and her to take while I'm standing next to him pregnant. She looked at me and he said she can't drink, plus she don't count, and takes a shot with the bartender. I pay for it, and then he sends me to go sit down. And when he asked again about the date, she told him no, and he got mad, dragged me from the bar, threw me in the car, and crashed it because he was drunk and speeding. Came home, then trigger warning, everyone. Was very abusive to her. I'll say that. That he lost a date, and because of the car was messed up, because of he was saying it was because of her,
They
and
took
he
her.
still stayed after that. Yeah.
um,
That's intense.
yeah,
Well, thank you
that's
for sharing your story.
Hmm.
yes.
Um,
Thank you for that.
that's
That's
wild.
intense. That's
The
That's
yeah.
audacity.
it's one of those things that like you really don't think it happens, but people are really that fucking crazy.
Hmm.
The
That
audacity for me.
like with the she's pregnant, she don't count. Like
But it's like the audacities as
ain't
a
that the
bartender
truth?
and continue to entertain the bullshit.
Mm.
You can
I think it's
clearly
hard too when you
see.
have kids involved.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's always harder when kids involved because it's
the only
always trying to figure out the best solution. And then also the ages count as well. The ages play a big part because if they're children, then it's like, God damn, what are we gonna do? Those that are like teenagers and a little bit more older, they kind of have a better sense of, listen, we just not working as a collective unit. So dad will be here, mom will be here.
Mhm.
Sorry, but you guys have to understand that. But these children, they don't know that, especially between the first 7 years, because
Yeah.
that's also when they're still developing, and you still can shape your children as you need them to be and give them the things that they need.
Yeah.
Because after 7, they're kind of whatever you taught them, and whatever who they are, they're gonna start going into who they are. But you can still curve it a bit. But once they hit that them teenage years, it's kind of like this is who I am, mom, dad, and
Mm-hmm.
it's harder to fix it. It don't mean every kid comes out bad. It's just that
Right.
it's a lot of things that they're gonna be more defiant or want to learn or challenge you with in general that you're gonna be like, I'm gonna send this kid to the moon. But
Yeah. Um.
you
So
know,
real quick, Joey, that was in the comments. Do you want to just drop your email in the comments?
I sent him it. I sent
Oh, you sent the link already.
no, I sent him our email. Just email us and I'll send you a link to join. So
Got
yeah,
it.
it's easy. I just sent him our email.
Perfect.
Um, he just all right. I'm gonna I'm sending him the invite now.
All right. So we have someone else coming on, and then for time purposes, we're gonna have to wrap it up after his story.
I
Um.
got one. I got one more. I got one more I want
And
to
yeah,
share.
no, y'all can
I
go
don't
one
know.
more time.
Well, it doesn't have to.
No, y'all can
But
go. You have more to go. I already did mine. I'm enough for tonight.
I think that's
the
fine.
funny thing is, I seen the topic. I was like, yo, I have some stuff. I can spill
yeah,
some tea.
Yours was real interesting. So
Yeah, nah. Once in a while, I still revisit. Like, bro, why'd you
I
say
oh yeah,
think
that?
we do the same.
I think and it's harder. You don't really see, well, I'm sure guys stay after getting cheated on. They don't talk about it as much as females do, right?
Yeah.
And that's one thing that I will say that isn't fair for the guys. You guys aren't punks for doing that. When your feelings are involved, just like when our feelings are involved, it's harder to leave. Um, so it takes a lot to share something like that, and it's not that you were crazy, not that you know, it's normal,
This, yeah, the support system is just different. For
right?
men and women, right? And
Hugo
and that's
says
almost in everything.
he really appreciates and respects you for showing up and sharing what happened to you. So definitely something that
Yeah, salute to you,
it's
my man.
normal.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, it's not easy. More for men, it's not easy
Yeah.
Right.
to express those things.
And I think also like maybe through just knowing us like as women, not that like Hugo said, right, we're not angels, but definitely not
Call Charlie.
of play with guys like that. I think that's why when we do hear, or at least me, right, when I do hear stories of guys telling the truth about like what happened or in relationships how it went bad, and it's like the girl, like the scripts are reversed, and it's the girl.
Mhm.
It's like, dang, these really do be playing though.
Mm-hmm. And
Yeah.
here we are.
It's
Like I don't even and but these are the girls that be in the relationships and I'm like, how the
Mhm.
fuck? I don't understand. Anyway, so I got one. Hold on. Joey Oso's backstage. I'm to
Hold up,
Adam.
hold up. How do I
Hey,
how
hey,
do I,
hey.
Oh, there you go. Hi.
how do I change this to my headphones? Hold on.
You gotta go to your settings for audio.
Let's see in here. Damn, how do I do that?
When you before you come in, when you enter in, change your settings for the audio. So you're gonna
Yeah,
exit
hop
out
back out. Yeah.
and then
He
change
still
your
should
settings
be able
before
to
you come
do
in.
it where
It's
if
harder to
he's
do
on
it
his
on the
phone
phone.
Yeah.
for
Yeah,
stage
I'm on a
where it
phone.
says audio.
click on more,
All right, click more. Oh, settings.
Mm-hmm.
There you
go to
go.
audio.
Here
Camera.
we're doing a lesson here too. So.
That's give you an
We got the
And then you
tutorials
should be
going.
see a mic drop menu. And you should be able to pick your headset.
Audio. Microphone. What the fuck?
This guy.
I don't know what's going on here.
that's the best instruction.
I mean, I can hear y'all through my phone, but not my headphones. So I
I
might
mean,
have
he can hear you fine. So.
I might just
Lose.
keep it like that then. All right, so cool. All right, so hold
Okay.
on. Let me take these. Hold on. Let me get into a more secure area. Hold on 1 second. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. All right. Let us know when he's back, ready to go. So here's my other one. So this is a different situation with this guy about, I would say at this point in time, about a year.
Okay.
Um, and he gets into an accident,
So
and you you back?
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Okay, all right. So give it 1 sec. So he gets into an accident,
Mm-hmm.
and I find out from a mutual friend, um, and where he is, go to the hospital. When I show up, his mother tells me that I have to leave because his girlfriend
Excuse
is
me.
already there.
Okay.
What?
Is that your man?
Yes,
Okay. So that's so
right. And I,
your man gets into an accident
yep,
and you get to the hospital
yep,
and his mother tells you have to leave
yep, because his girlfriend is
But
already
she didn't
there.
know that you was a girlfriend.
because his girlfriend's already there. So who are you?
Exactly, exactly, because there was a whole other female that I wasn't aware of,
But mom knew all along.
but mom knew.
Oh, so she knew
Mom
that
knew.
there was two girlfriends.
So you either
One of
got
them.
two choices. You got two choices. You either gonna stay at that hospital and see what's up, or you're gonna bounce.
No, I left. I left,
Mm.
and there was about a month separation, maybe a few weeks actually, and then I believed the lies, coming back and stayed. Yeah.
What was the lie about the
Oh,
other?
it's not his girlfriend. It was his best friend that his mom wants him to be with.
Oh, not mommy's
Mm.
choice. It's
Yeah,
mommy's
yeah.
First of
choice.
all, that's what I'm saying. You either got two choices. You either listen to moms and be like, "Yo, listen, I don't know who you are, and his other girl's here," and you either stay and
Wait,
see what's going on, or you get mad, or you bounce. That's up to the female, I think.
it
In
was
Right.
my
the
opinion, if I was a female, I'd be like, "Yo, what the fuck is going on? I'm about to see what's up with my man. What's going on?"
Right,
No,
right.
we
However, I
both probably
was
would have
there.
reacted
That's
differently.
if that happened to you today, Val, I bet the guy would be lucky to already be in the hospital.
Oh, ah,
That part.
Yeah, I've grown a lot, and things are very
and
different. My attitude is very different. I am quick to see things. I am more aware, and um I don't
more
accept nonsense anymore.
I think all of us now.
nobody should.
It'd be
Yeah.
like texting me in the wrong
I'm pretty
tone.
sure. I'm pretty sure
Block.
we all grown here, and I assume we all like 30s or hitting 30s or whatever.
Right.
I'm gonna assume we grown enough to be like, yo, listen, this is not what the fuck I want to do. So like, what's going on, type shit. So like that, like
Right.
I said, you either gotta pick a side. So where like moms is telling you like. If moms is telling you like who the fuck you been this whole time if that's
Right.
if you his
hell.
That
girl
part.
if
But
you
Right.
his girl, who the fuck you been? And if you his girl and he got another girl, so mom's playing both sides.
that
It was a
right
lot. It was a lot.
You know what I'm
now,
saying?
But
So
yeah.
you gotta retreat. You gotta abort mission and be like, yo, nah, mom's is with the shits too.
Abort mission.
that part right there,
Abort
Right.
mission
that
Right.
because
but
mom's with the bullshit too. Listen, it depends what type of race they are. If they Puerto Rican moms is gonna be on that shit. Be like, yo, that's my son. Like, whatever you got going on, that's on you.
Yeah,
Facts.
that's true. A lot of Puerto
But
Rican moms is like that.
if she
But
a
your
if she
Joe,
a
I want to know
clueless
your
mom,
situation.
What's your
What
story?
happened and you stayed?
you said what?
What's
What
your story?
Yeah,
happened to you and you stayed?
Oh no,
yeah.
nothing. I don't stay.
No, 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 no,
Oh nah.
no,
Oh
no,
nah. We don't do
no,
that.
said
no,
real
nah.
quick. We
He
don't
said,
say.
"I don't
That's
stay."
what we talking about. You wanted to join. I thought you had a story.
Oh nah. I'm just joining because I've been watching. I've been hearing y'all story, and I'm
And
just
so, is this
saying
Oh,
your
like,
first time watching us?
So
all
you
right,
don't got
listen.
not
I do
one
have a
story
story.
for
I
us.
do have a story.
okay.
Wait,
Oh,
hold
okay.
on.
All right.
It's a story, but not really a story. But like, everybody go through this shit. It's just what you choose to deal with, bro. It's like that's it. Like
So
out
what
of
did
out
you
of la-
choose to deal with in your own
out
situation?
of lack of words is what you choose to deal with. It depends
Okay,
on
so
Okay.
at
your
any point,
situation.
Like, but spill the tea.
facts. That's at any point in what relationship did you stay longer than you probably wanted to?
Oh, when I had no choice to, because I was living with a shorty and I had to suck it up to do what I had to do until I had enough funds and enough reason to get out. Simple.
Okay. But what happened?
But yeah,
Did she cheat?
Some
What she do to
this
you?
is TV.
Nobody.
This
I
is where
don't
you
like
gotta
nobody.
spill
I don't think
the
nobody
tea.
cheat. Well, I didn't cheat. I don't think she cheated. I mean, I had my reasons, but like it
but
just shit
something
just
pushed
wasn't
y'all
working out.
right, but
You
something
know,
pushed you. She did something. You
it just what
accepted it and came back. So we're asking,
You
what
know,
is
this is
it?
love,
where you gotta
bro.
spill the tea, right?
Love, bro. Love. That's what keeps people together. Love. You can't keep relationships together
Love
over
here.
love. That's
But
my
what
thing.
was the
True.
bad part about it? What was happening?
People just don't click together after a certain while. Sometimes people just live together and shit, or whatever the situation is. Like, everybody's situation is different. Like
So
people
do you
live with
feel that
somebody.
because when y'all started living together, you started to learn the person that it made you change
Right, right. You have to make
what's
sure
going
you
on?
know you with
Because
somebody
dating
before you
someone,
live with somebody.
right, but
You
dating
can't just go.
someone
You
and
can't just
then
go off
living
and
with
like,
them
oh,
are
I
two
like
different
you, I
type of
love you,
things.
and like just go live with that person. Like, no, because you're gonna see the real person that they are, and you might not like that. So you have to date for at least a year,
All right.
in
Well,
my
how long were you
opinion.
together before you lived together?
Like 3 months.
Wow.
Okay, my biggest question after that. My biggest question after that. Did you at least
That's
pay
my
for
mistake. That's my
the
fault. That's my fault. But I'm just saying. But like like I
Joey?
said, shit starts off so good, you just can't deny it sometimes.
Joey,
Shit just
Mm-hmm.
happens like that.
Eva has a question for you.
What's up?
when you were in that relationship, did you at least pay some of the bills?
Oh, we was gonna have 50-50.
It was a roommate. Okay.
Yeah, it was the roommate.
It was a roommate.
Basically,
Okay.
after a
Oh my.
while, that's what the fuck it felt like. Because like, yeah, like I'm not that type of person. Like, if I have it like that, yeah, I'm gonna provide for you. But like, if we just building some type of shit, like, yeah, we're gonna go half, of
Was that?
course. And if you're not trying to go half, then like, what are you trying to do? Like, you using me? Like,
But you was using her.
I wasn't using her. How
You
I'm
said
using
you
her if
was
I'm willing
using
to
it.
go half?
You said if you needed a place to stay for the meantime so you could rack up your funds. That's using
I
somebody.
didn't say that. I didn't say that.
That he said that
Find the
that's why he
clip.
stayed longer than he
That's
should
not
have.
what I said. That's not what I said at all. I'm just
I mean,
saying, if you're living with somebody, you got to make sure that's the person you want to be with. You can't, like, listen, everybody makes mistakes. Like, you can't just go living with somebody after 3 months. Obviously, I know that now, but sometimes, listen, sometimes shit goes so fucking good in the beginning. You just want that. You know what I'm saying? You just want that. And you just make that step to make shit happen. And then next thing you know, you're dealing with somebody that is dirty. They don't clean up after themselves. And you just get to know the real person.
So the red flags was they dirty and you stayed. That was the that was when you realized.
No, it takes a while for you to realize all that shit though.
All right. So my question is, what made you realize this was not it?
yeah.
No, it wasn't the living matters. It was just the person she was. Like sometimes you just realize people show their true colors. Like people manipulative. Like you go through problems. Like I'm not gonna put all the shit on females, but like females are crazy, and they will try to manipulate you. And females
Females
do
are
that shit,
crazy. Okay.
especially Virgos.
Well, none of us are a Virgo. So
Thank goodness for that, because I would have had a lot of slack on this
Some
one.
people are part-time crazy. You
crazy.
can't see
Yo,
that until you
listen,
see
listen,
them
listen.
full
Sometimes
time.
people put a good poker face on, and sometimes you just can't decipher from what's what. Like
I mean,
until it's
if you only
until it's
know
too
them for
late.
3 months, that can happen.
I
Very,
mean, it wasn't that right after 3 months. Like we knew each other, we vibed out, whatever, and then
don't worry, we make mistakes too. It happens.
right, we all make mistakes, whatever
Yeah.
the
How
case.
long
Shout
did
out.
it last?
Meanwhile, I was with this girl for 6 years.
It lasted 6 years.
6 years. It took. That's what I'm saying. It takes a while for you to like decipher like what type of person.
That's not a while. That's a
That
long time.
It's
that's
not.
a
But
full
listen. That's what
marriage.
I'm saying.
That's a bid right
Females
there.
when females manipulate like that, yo, they'll do shit to keep you around because they know what type of. Listen, I'm a good ass dude, all right. So I'm gonna put that out there, and I know what I bring to the table. And when females see you a good dude, they want to try to keep you on a back burner and have their fun and have their cake and eat it too. While they and
Wow.
y'all sitting there
Is that a
laughing because
female
y'all know
trait
it's
or
true.
no, 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 no? I don't think that's
Nope.
a female trait. I think that's human because and not all women do
That's a
that. So
human trait. That's crazy to even say that. How is that a
you
human
don't
trait?
because men and women do it.
Yeah.
Well, what I'm not talking about on the behalf of men. I'm talking on the behalf of my situation. A woman, not women, woman. So
Okay.
you asked me a
So you didn't
situation,
have
so I'm
any
telling
faults in
you,
that relationship?
huh?
You didn't have any faults in that relationship?
No, of course I did. I never said I was perfect. Of
Mm.
course I did. Of course I had my faults and shit like that. Of course, but the difference is like I own up to my shit. I take accountability. Something that a lot of not every female, but something that a lot of females lack, which is
Very true.
accountability. So
Yeah.
which means is that when you go through shit, they don't want to see. They don't want to be the wrong one. Y'all don't want to be the wrong one. So y'all gonna put all that pressure and all that stress on the man to try to make him seem like he's the one who's wrong. So which leads us to be like, oh yeah, I'm wrong. I'm sorry. I apologize. Make it seem like we the ones who gotta change everything. Meanwhile, it's a two-way street.
It sounds like you're
True.
talking from a place of hurt, so
Experience.
or
It's yeah,
experience.
no, it's not her, it's experience.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Like come on.
Well,
It's
how'd you?
It
experience.
is a two-way
This is the
street.
first time
And
on here.
experience,
Have you seen
look,
us before?
exactly. You said it yourself. Experience means something that happened already.
Yeah.
So yeah, of course it's experience.
True.
Right.
Hello.
Is this the first time seeing us?
Huh?
Is this your first time seeing us?
Seeing y'all? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, dope.
How you found us?
Yeah.
My boy right here, Day Day.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there you
Just
go.
throw out
Got
all
you.
kinds. Just throw out any name. Why don't you?
My
You'll be
man's pots and
government.
pans.
Appreciate it.
Nah, I was just support I was just
I
supporting him.
shared.
Supporting him. And I see,
Okay.
first of all, you, girl, whatever your name,
The
Anastasia,
names are on.
you,
Yeah.
I feel like I had to get involved because you was already like talking on some bullshit that like, I feel like you was telling on yourself, but
Yeah.
justifying yourself at the same time.
Justify
Oh.
yourself. Did you hear the full story?
I probably didn't, which I might be wrong. I probably didn't.
Okay.
But what I did hear was enough. And I was like, especially you deal with women, right?
I deal with both.
Oh, whatever. Well, what I heard you was speaking on another
Now
woman.
there's a whole other type of tea getting spilled.
Yeah.
You was speaking on another woman,
Yes.
so it felt like to me that like you were just putting all the blame on her, and you was literally saying shit that you did wrong, but trying to justify it at the same time.
So it sounds like you
No,
didn't
that's
hear the
not
full
the whole
story.
story.
Maybe I didn't.
I-
Maybe I didn't. I'm not trying to put blame on you or nothing like that. Don't
No,
take it
I
the wrong way.
appreciate
All right,
your
Jay, you
opinion.
got
Wait.
anything to cover for your homie Joey?
Don't take it the wrong way.
No, so let me
Nobody
clear it
put
up.
him on the
I'll clear it
show.
up. Wait,
Nobody
hold on.
put him
Hey.
onto the show.
I'll clear it up real quick for you. I appreciate your opinion.
You gotta listen.
So the beginning of it is I dated the girl when I was 16 and 17. I did a lot of things at that time in my life.
Okay.
And then years
How old are you
passed.
now? How old are you now?
I'm
If
36.
you don't mind me asking.
I'm 36.
So you're talking about shit that happened when you were 16, 17.
Mm-hmm. And
So
then
what is
she
that?
found me.
How does that recollate to your age now?
Because they
You're not
Because-
listening.
dealing.
Yeah.
You're not listening. So, Joe, you need to listen. And
Yeah,
you
so
missed the
she
part.
ended up.
I'm
So,
asking questions
yeah,
though as I
right.
listen.
But
I'ma get it.
you wouldn't have to ask certain questions if
I wasn't
you
here for the whole
continued to-
conversation though, so
Right,
I'm just
and
trying to
that's what I'm
understand.
saying. When you jumped in, you caught mid or tail end of the
Yeah.
story.
Okay, that's
She
fine.
was
Which
only
So-
speaking on what happened previously, and then moving forward, retried and got blamed for the stuff she did.
wait,
previously.
hold on. How do I make this my full screen? Because I see y'all mad little.
It's gonna.
We all look little at this
It's
point.
gonna be little because there's multiple.
Oh,
of us.
all right,
Yeah.
cool. All right.
So just to recap you really
Yeah,
quick.
can you recap that, please?
Yes.
Because I need to. Can you like reiterate your whole situation? Because
I can make it real short and sweet for you.
do that.
Hugo been on a
Yes,
roll.
I
Hugo
dated her
been on a
young.
roll.
When I was young, I was doing things I wasn't supposed to do. She then found me later on, about 10 years later, expressed her anger and hurt. I apologized immensely. Then I figured, okay, maybe it was the right person, wrong timing. Maybe it was meant for now. So I pursued it. She still held feelings from all them years ago. I did everything I could to reassure her that I'm a completely different person in my 30s than I was when I was 16.
You fucked up.
So, what do you mean?
You shouldn't have to do that.
Reassure someone?
You shouldn't have to like. But no, go ahead. Continue.
I'm thinking that if someone's uncomfortable, right, and if you're my man and you'd be like, oh, what's this or who's this person, I'm gonna answer your question because I don't got nothing to hide. So that's basically what it was. And her accused me constantly to find out that it was really her doing things, not me.
So she was putting her insecurities on you because she was the one doing shit.
Wow, look
Pretty
at your
much.
now approach. So different.
Which is usually what happens in every situation.
Yep. And that what I was saying was that's the only time that I ever did anything to anyone, but I was so young. So
yeah.
Besides that, I've never cheated on somebody. It's not my character.
You was young though. You're 36 now.
That was my
so what about more previous situation?
Previous situation? What do you mean?
More recent, you mean?
More recent. Sorry, thank you. More recent.
I've been single 5 years. My last relationship was 10.
Okay, and you only interested in girls?
No, I'm into both.
She does.
I didn't know that. I don't know.
No, it's all good. You can ask me anything. We're an open book.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't like. All right, that's cool. But like, how do you think that like your approach to women or men makes it like make you feel like you're like, I don't even know how to put it honestly, but like from what you've been through, that like, what do you think about your approach to men or women makes it seem like that like
is my approach different now because I've been through so much shit?
Basically, like how okay, there you go. How more different is your approach now that you're older and wiser?
I don't have any patience for games.
Correct. Same. So now, which is why you're single.
I've been single going on
for
5 years.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense. All right. But you see other people.
He came on to interview Anna.
Right? I feel on the spot.
But you see other people though.
Do I see other people?
No, I'm not asking you. I'm telling you. I'm you see other people, right?
Do I talk to people, you mean?
You see other people, right? Like you have relations with other people.
No, not anymore.
Okay.
Cool. I was speaking with someone. It didn't pan out. That was our last episode. So if you want to go rewatch that,
when people say they've been single for such and such years, that doesn't mean they haven't been in touch with like
talk to people. Yeah, but not really talk to people like that. I literally can be.
That means you're just.
Don't talk to anybody.
That means you're just. That means you're just like, you know, you have needs and shit. So, you know.
That don't mean that either, though. Let's not even go.
No, that doesn't mean that either.
Nope.
You'd be surprised.
Okay, you just haven't found anyone worthy enough to be in a relationship with you.
Exactly.
Okay, so what makes you so special?
I mean, well, if you know, you want to know more, you can message me directly.
I'm not trying to put you on the spot. I'm just saying, like, everybody has a chance.
No, you know? I mean, we have like Dave's been on here the second time, right? And he follows me on social media, so he sees what I post.
Basically, what I'm
genuine
on. Why are you single for 5 years? That's a long time.
It's so funny because we've actually did an episode on that. That's the first question that we get when
a
men
long
hear that
time to
we've
be
been single for so long.
Meanwhile, people who that single for so long, like you obviously have, men or women, not
Do you
saying
think
just
that there's something wrong with us if we're that single for that long?
I'm actually longer single, so
Yeah.
interesting
I
enough.
did 8 years. I
um
did 8 years single. So
yeah,
I mean,
Yeah.
a little bit.
You think a little bit? So is
A little
something
bit.
wrong with Day? Because that's your boy. He's been single going on
That's
8
my
years.
man. But listen, yo, I don't know. He's a man. It might
But
be
that's
something
your friend. You should know.
it might be something wrong with him. It might be something wrong with the women. He might not be getting what he wants. That's all.
Wow.
I'm just trying to it's just a question.
No, I'm interested in your opinions here. It's quite intriguing.
Might be something wrong with him. It might be something wrong with you. I don't know. Might
Interesting.
be something wrong with me.
Maybe it's something wrong with all of us. I don't know, right?
There we go.
I don't know if you guys can kind of follow my steps here. I feel like it goes back to how I feel like society just are very confused on what these titles. I know people are always like,
Yep.
"Oh, titles,
I think
titles."
social media fucking
Here's
fucks
the
up
thing:
mind.
it's
It
when
might be a topic
we
we're revisiting.
say
Maybe.
Are you asking about hooking up without a relationship, Joe? Because that sounds like a topic worth revisiting.
What happened?
I'm not gonna lie.
back
Hugo
to
been
there,
he's
I
been on a
think
Hugo's
roll
our
today.
guy. He's
He's been
Hugo.
on a roll, and I
Hugo
like
watches
it.
us
from
often.
day one,
Yeah.
He
I
knows
like
he knows
this.
a
Shout
lot
out to
about
He
our
knows
Hugo. I
us.
topics.
like it. I like that. I like that.
He
He's been
knows
on a
us very
roll
well.
today.
the
Hmm
thing
Definitely
I
been on a
want to
roll.
say with this, it's Joey. I
Man,
think a
women,
lot
women,
of society
women,
people
women don't.
confuse how this goes. When you say dating, we mean like in a relationship.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Courting
Hear
is
that? I'm say that
can
again.
talk to people and not be in a relationship, but really just talk about whatever. If it goes somewhere, great. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And next. But we're not dating until we're actually in a relationship, committed to that person.
That's not
Till
true.
then, you're talking to
That's
people, you're
not true.
courting.
You're dating to be in a relationship. So you can date
But
multiple.
that means you're dating with intentions. But
Person,
people don't
Yeah,
date
no,
with
I mean
intentions.
You can
dating
date,
and relationships is different.
you can date multiple people, long as you tell
Hmm
that person like, "Yo, listen, I'm dating. I'm trying to test the waters or whatever." But
Yeah.
be frank with it.
So are you dating?
Am I dating? No, I'm not. I'm in a relationship.
No.
Why is that?
Oh my goodness.
Why is that
I'm
funny?
surprised.
How long have you been in a relationship?
Yo, man.
Hey, look, you
Listen,
opened that door. Let's finish.
I know women. I grew up around nothing but women, so I
No,
know.
no, no. I find it interesting when men say I know women because you guys have an idea, but you don't
Okay, so
really have an
tell me
idea.
something.
I was
Tell
raised
you
by women,
something?
and I still wouldn't tell you that I know women. I don't,
No, I know
and
women.
I'm
Yeah.
just gonna
I,
leave it at that.
I
I
grew up
don't.
around nothing but
you know a
women.
certain type of women that would be very different in generalizing all
Listen,
women.
I'm
Because
not putting all
say,
women
well,
in
we know
one
all
category. That's
men,
not what-
men ain't shit, but that's not what we do because we know and we realize that everybody is different.
Everybody is different, absolutely. But from my experience and from what I've seen from different types of women, I know that you guys have like a lot of the same tendencies.
Can't really say that because you haven't even met a lot of women. There's 7 billion
Again,
people
I'm
in the
not
world.
saying all women. You're jumping on the defense. Calm
No,
down.
It's just
it's a fact though. How many
generalizing
women have
and
you
say
really
the women that
encountered?
I deal with
I'm not
are
talking
shit.
on behalf of the women that I encountered. I'm just talking about in
You
general.
should be talking about the women you've encountered because you can't talk about all other women.
Okay, all right. I mean,
Since you
what,
don't know them.
Experience.
I'm honestly
no,
kind of
no, no.
surprised.
I'm not saying like, yo, listen. I'm just saying, like, I've met all types of women. I've encountered all types of women, not dating and just in general,
Hmm
friends.
I
Or,
think you would be able to put
like,
you've encountered many different women and not all, because I don't think any of us, male or female, will be able to meet all male or all females and every last one of
listen,
their
I'm
traits.
not putting every female in one category. I'm really not.
I
I
have
promise.
to be honest though, I'm a little surprised by your questions that you're even in a relationship. So
Who, me?
Mhm.
Why?
It was a little surprising because your questions that you asked were more from like a single man's perspective. So
But what does that mean though? Is that a bad thing?
Just a
I wouldn't
surprise.
say that. Just the
Exactly. It's just I sound like a man who know what the fuck I'm talking about. Just say it. So yeah,
If you feel that way.
laughing if I'm not wrong.
If you
Joey,
Day,
it's not
Day, this is your
wrong.
friend, so you've watched us plenty of times.
I haven't watched y'all. I promise you I never watched y'all
No,
before.
not you. I'm saying Day.
Oh,
So he should know what I mean by that, right? Like if you're asking specific questions to a specific person.
But wait, hold on. Why is it surprising that I'm in a relationship and I'm speaking? Well, you said I'm speaking like a single man.
Day, would you like to explain it for your friend?
Please
I got y'all. I got y'all.
Please do
So,
Hey, let me sit up.
When sit right,
Sit up.
sit right. In short, your perspective that you've given, right, and the way you spoke about it, it's spoken from a singles man's thoughts and position of someone who may have been through that as a single man. When you are in a relationship, it didn't convey the same way. So when you would be speaking from you being in a relationship, it's pretty much guaranteed that your response would be a little bit different than what it would be that it was previously.
That kind of I'm gonna be honest with you. That kind of did not make sense to me.
Oh, it kind of made perfect sense,
It's all good.
but it's okay. It's because you don't agree with it, and that's okay.
It's okay.
No one's saying, I put it like this, no one's saying that you don't know what you're talking about. What we're saying is, and what they're saying as well, the way you explained yourself the first time, everybody would have thought that you was this single dude, that this, that, and the third was going on in your life, whatever.
But how?
So when they, because
I feel like the way I'm explaining myself,
you're not
make it seem
listening.
like I'm in a relationship and I know what I'm talking about. So why is it the opposite to where like, oh,
because it doesn't.
He's talking about.
He could probably explain it
Because
to you offline. It's okay. No worries. How long you been in a relationship?
Man, I've been in relationships my whole life.
I'm talking about this one.
Oh, this one? 8 months.
He hit the R. Kelly. This is my life. This is my life.
8 months.
So, would you say that you're a person that can't be single?
Honestly, I'm gonna be real with you. I feel.
Thank you, Hugo.
I think from Anna's perspective, and I got it too when you were asking, it seemed like testing the waters to gauge interest, and it came off as if you were not in a relationship.
All right. At times, I feel like I'm.
That's another way to put it. Very good,
Hugo. Too good to be in a relationship. Speaking on myself.
You're too good to be in a relationship?
At times, I feel like I'm too good to be in a relationship, and at times I feel like I don't need to be in a relationship because I don't ever receive what I give, and I don't ever feel like I expect me from people too much. So that's hard for me to decipher. Well, like, you know, I have to kind of make terms with like she's that type of person, or I gotta accept that, or like basically I just can't accept me from. I can't expect me from other people. So I
can relate to that.
That's just me though. I'm not saying I'm too good, but sometimes I feel like that. But I know I'm not. But you know, it feels like that.
I can relate to that.
But if you stick to what you just said, is you can't go around expecting you from everybody.
Right. I can't expect me from everybody, and that's my.
But that's automatic. That's something that you got to decipher and sit with. So
that's my.
It's like finding something. It's like find the most annoying thing about a person, and if you could deal with that, then you could still pursue that person. So in your case, if you see that the thing that's holding you back is you keep going outside and looking for someone and expecting them to be the same person you are, or expect them to give you the gestures that you would normally give.
Sometimes everybody's different, bro. Sometimes
exactly, but I'm saying to you, when you said that, when you continue to think that you're gonna get you from other people, it's something that you have to come to grips with and say, listen, I'm not going to get that and move forward, because what's going to hold you back and keep you sitting here is keep thinking that you're going to get you from this person, that person.
Well, there goes my invite.
That's why I have to sit and think. That's why I got to sit there and fucking accept the terms where like, yo, I got to which I have been with this relationship, I'm like, I gotta be patient with people, you know, especially since I'm dealing with
Yeah.
somebody different. I'm dealing with somebody who got a child, which is a first for me. I'm dealing with somebody who never been loved correctly, which is a first for me. I'm dealing with somebody who doesn't know how to accept love, which is a first for me. I'm dealing with somebody who don't really know how to express their love the way I want them to,
Mm.
which is first for me. So yeah, of course I gotta be patient and be like, yo, listen, maybe like just gotta chill out and just like, let them do them. And like,
Is there anything you need
You
to work
said
on?
I'm sure there's things I need to work on. Of course, I'm not perfect. Listen, I'm not perfect. I'm sure there's things I need to work on, but I know what I give, and I know that like anybody, not even just me, anybody, if you given a certain amount of love and attention to somebody, and if they wanted to, they would.
you
Right or
said a lot of
wrong.
interesting things, right?
If you like somebody, if you like
Women
somebody and love
act-
somebody that much, why wouldn't you want to give them that time and attention and
Well,
affection that you feel for that person?
Well, you just
let
said something. They don't know how to love the way you want
Right.
them to
So
love,
which is
right? But
which gives
but
me which
here's the
leads
thing.
me
You
to the
understand?
hold on, wait, let her talk.
okay.
No, he wants to finish his
Okay.
point. Leads you to say, "Go ahead." I'm not. Go
Which
ahead.
makes which gives me the reason to where like I need to be patient. And I can't just be like, yo, I can't deal with her. Like, like she'll learn. And if she don't learn to love me, then I'll cut
Oh,
it off.
that was gonna
I
hit you
gotta
with some
give patience.
logical advice.
I gotta give patience and see where it goes. No?
Head Val.
So there's a lot to unpack in what you just said. There's a lot of firsts in this situation that you're involved in. That's kind of surprising since most women don't know what it's like to be loved correctly. Um, and for you to be experiencing this now, if someone with a child as well, there are a lot of things that she's going to have to focus on that it's not about you. And if you can't handle that, you shouldn't be wasting your time. Expecting her to love you the way you want to be loved as opposed to what she can give you are two different things.
Correct.
And
Why?
that's
Hold on, not to cut you off. Not to cut you off. That's exactly why I said I'm the type of person that where like I know is me, and I can't expect me out of certain people. I can't expect me out of you. Like you have a whole life. Like everybody has a whole life before you meet somebody. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
whatever you want out of a relationship, and you meet somebody and you trying to build with that person, you gotta give patience and give time with that person who doesn't really like has to make time for you. And if you're not the type of person that can sit and wait and like wait for the time for you, like you don't need to be there, which I do. And I understand that. Like I'm like, listen, you have a daughter, cool, I want you to put your daughter first. Don't ever put me first,
Mhm.
because if that's the case, I wouldn't be with you, because I don't want nobody that's gonna put me before their kid. That's mad unattractive to me, because I dealt with somebody like that before and I cut them off. So I don't want that. So
It
I know.
sounds like you might need a therapy session with us privately.
I've been thinking about that.
Yeah.
Check us on the mental health.
I just know that I need to have patience with people because I know me. That's all. Like I know me, and I can't
But
expect again. I
Do
can't
you think
expect
that
you.
people have? I would think people would have to have patience with you as well.
Absolutely,
Joey,
absolutely.
I just from listening to like a lot of what you're saying, um, your first, and I mean it in the nicest way, not to throw shade at all. Your
Not
first mistake
speak
is
your mind. I
patience.
love all criticism. Just to put that like, go ahead. Throw
Your
it out.
first mistake was expectations in anything, because that right there equals disappointment.
Right, exactly. I know that. Exactly why I said I know it's
As
just me.
as a mom, I want to say that this is the biggest reason why, and again, not to throw shade at you at all, but this is the biggest reason why I never really brought guys around my kids while they were growing up, and I
Because
would.
some guys can't handle it. That's why.
It's not about that. I've been proposed to. I've been giving just about everything. I've had them wanting to buy my kids stuff without even knowing them. Like it's all been there, and these guys never even met my kids with a ring on.
You want to know why that is though? Why do you
No,
think
no,
that?
no. I'm gonna tell you why, because I'm the
Why do you
mother.
think that is? Why?
So I'm gonna tell you why, because I
No,
don't
no, no. Don't tell me why. Tell me why you
want
think.
any man to think that they wanna be with me. Like you said something very interesting, saying, "Well, we've been together for 8 months, and we'll see kind of where it goes. And if it goes well, then cool. If it doesn't, then oh well."
It's not
It's
a
not
thing for
just you
moms.
dating a person anymore. Now you're in somebody else's child's life.
Right.
So now you're impacting her life.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's a scary thought. So that's
Yeah,
why.
we should
It's probably
definitely
why
set up
she's
a
not
time.
fully invested in the way you feel that she may not
Oh
love
no,
you
I'm fully
correctly.
invested. That it's no
No,
question
I'm
with me.
saying she may not be.
She may not be. You're right. She may not be because you all know why. Because I feel like I have more relationship than with her daughter and her family than I do with her.
So what we're probably gonna start is like one-on-one sessions with us, off of live, right?
I'm
So
cool with that. Cool with
the
that.
world doesn't know
Yo, I'm always
your
cool with,
life.
with other females input and shit. Cause I love that.
But we'll definitely set up a time off of air, right? We don't want to put all your stuff out there, so you can get a perspective on, because they're moms and being
Mm-hmm.
women, and give you some insight and advice,
Again,
if you're up
but
for that.
yeah,
So
again, like I know, like again, I know, like I had to come with terms with, like, like it's something new. I've never dated a woman with
well,
kids,
first step is acknowledging.
right? And I'm all about acknowledgement and dealing with my shit. So like I know it's like I said, it's just me, and I expect me too much. So
Yeah.
I know if I
But
want to,
the
I want to
difference, Joe,
listen.
like,
I know if I want to
listen,
pursue
Wait,
something.
I don't mean
real
to
quick.
cut y'all off because of time purposes. We have to wrap it up.
I was gonna let Day say his point before we
But go
wrap
ahead,
up.
Day. Yeah.
Yeah, nah, very quickly, Joe. The thing is this, like you just said, and like everybody already know, and you touch base with, it's your first for a lot of things. When you dealing with a woman who has children or a child, it's always going to be different. You're speaking now from the rookie point of view. When you become the veteran in that, and not saying that you're going to go around looking for every female that has a kid, but once you really grasp the understanding of, there's things that they must do and put first, regardless of who it is. You can
Know
be
that.
the golden goose, but a mother and how she's set up is always going to be able to and focus on that first, and then you. But you have
I
to
know that.
give her that time and that space to understand and build that before she worry about you. So you're not gonna get the things that you want.
I
You're
know
never
I'm not
gonna
gonna
get
get
it all.
100% out of her. I know that
But you
already.
have to be
That's nothing
understanding
new,
of that,
bro.
because if you leave for whatever your reason, like you said, the 8 months thing, if you leave for whatever your reason, she still has to keep them kids intact or that child intact,
Right.
with or without you. So it's not a game for them to not just bring any guy around, this guy, or that one, that one. And it's not going to be that easy
Right.
because of that. We're not playing with a puppy.
Right.
This is
Right.
another
I know,
human being. This is
I know
another
that.
child
Which
that
is
these kids are very impressionable with.
why
So
I
you
said
have to take that in consideration as well.
which is why I said what I
Right.
said.
Ooh.
Damn, mic drop.
That's how I feel with it. That's why
Um.
what I said. I need to
It,
like I gained that much fucking patience. Always she thanks me all the time, like, yo, thanks for
Aw,
patience and all that shit. Like
thank you,
you
Hugo.
know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like
Hugo's
I
the
have
man.
patience. Because I
Hugo
know she's
just
not
said
used
it's
to
been
it.
really interesting to hear these perspectives, including Joey's. Getting all of these is why I tune in. Appreciate you making this space for these conversations. Love it. Love it.
Appreciate
Thank you so
you.
much.
Conversation.
Anna, go ahead.
Yeah. No, I really
And what
appreciate
about the
you.
one-on-one sessions though? Let's get to
We're
it.
going to do that offline. We
I
kind of
need
Yeah,
got to
we're gonna
wrap
I
up
talk
the
to
need
you.
show a
Just
little.
I need
just
some
hang
input
back.
on that. Yeah,
Just hang back. We'll schedule something really quickly with
That's
you.
definitely a testing the water statement, but okay.
Yeah. So really appreciate y'all coming on. I appreciate whoever commented. Appreciate the ones that shared their story. Appreciate you ladies for sharing your story. It's been a really good topic. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube, follow our Instagram, our TikTok, and email us if there's anything that you want to talk about. We do talk about everything and anything. There's no holding back. Every Mondays now at 8:30. Tune in. Next week's gonna be spicy. It's gonna be the in studio speed dating. So if you want to see how that turns out, definitely tune in. But I hope everyone has a great night. I know it's work tomorrow, so my name's
yeah.
Anastasia.
Have a good night, y'all. Thanks for
You
having
can
me.
Joey. You can hang back though. Yeah,
I go what?
hang
Hang
back. That's
back.
fine.
Yeah.
I got it. Got
Thank you,
you.
Dave. Thank you, Joey. Go ahead, Eva.
My name is Eva the Diva. Thank y'all for coming.
Eva the diva.
And
And
Kelly,
as always,
Ellen.
logically valid, VMAC. You guys have a great